What's up?
Nice, stop.
I smack the shit out of your bitch ass. What you just say? Hey.
You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. You know.
Hey, to all y'all, when does everybody consider
I would
leaving?
smack the shit out of your bitch ass,
Nuts
boy.
in your mouth.
Hey, I would smack the shit out of you.
Like, yo, he's an acrobat.
Let's go,
in the
Jam.
clown mode. Stop clowning, man.
Let's go, Jim.
Hey,
Ain't nothing to be
watch
funny
your
about.
So
words,
big,
nigga.
it's like
You
a foot in
respect
your
the
mouth.
pussy? Nah, I didn't plan that, but I see he tried to get in my head, so I returned the favor. He got a little bit too disrespectful.
How do you get disrespectful?
I heard him say something about my mother. I don't like mother games. I don't play certain games like that. So I don't respect that shit. At the end of the day, it's a fight. Good job. Keep trying to do what he's doing, but I got to just stay focused on the task.
During their stare-down, Teofimo Lopez's behavior crosses the line, making it difficult for Shakur Stevenson to keep his cool.
He said something to try to get under my skin. I made sure I said things to try to get under his skin with his dad. The difference between me and him, I ain't gonna disrespect nobody's mother or nothing like that. So I guess he want to take it to a whole different level. So he got to stand by that.
Was it easy for you in that face-off to keep your composure?
Yeah, you know, it's 100 different things like hit him, slap him, push him, all that stuff going on.
Shove him a little bit.
Nah, I didn't shove him. I just bumped him.
Yeah.
But nah, you know, come fight night is all that matters. You can't even put no focus on that stuff. Guys is going to say different things to try to get under your skin, but you just got to.
The confrontation between Teofimo and Shakur escalates as Lopez's comments turn insulting, leading Stevenson to respond with physical movement.
Wait.
I'm gonna tell you like this here. You better not say nothing about my daughter or anybody in my family.
Have you considered leaving though?
I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Have you considered leaving though?
Have you
Leaving these nuts in your mouth?
boy? Suck a dick, ass boy. Use a. I can't wait.
And you a ligma.
I can't wait.
You a ligma.
I can't wait. After Saturday,
my
keep
neck.
the same energy. Keep the same energy.
Yo, that's all you want to do. You want to clown.
Eddie, you ever been in Malone?
Teofimo dismisses the situation, saying it means nothing, and adds that if Shakur wants to make a statement, he should let his aggression come out on fight night.
That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he said.
I mentioned his mother. Why would I mention his mother?
That's what he said.
They making up bullshit. Yeah, I don't mention mothers.
What was he telling you in the face-off right there?
Huh?
What was he telling you in the face-off?
He gonna beat my ass, and he would do it right.
As both camps reach the fight location, tensions rise when Teofimo's father and Shakur's coach get into a sharp verbal confrontation.
It was supposed to be only you. What's going on? Wait a minute. I heard they got you on the side.
You know the problem with you?
I heard. No. I heard. Go to the side.
Hey, the problem with your son is you still there. That's the problem.
Teofimo suggests that Shakur receives greater support due to his race, a remark that strongly upsets Stevenson.
A lot of people are picking Shakur. I believe he's a betting favorite. But you've been here before, right? With Loma, with Taylor. What's different about that this time around? Or is there anything different about it? Is there any different feeling of it coming into this one compared to maybe those other ones?
Yeah,
What's that?
he's a black fighter. Yeah, which got adopted by being Puerto Rican a few years ago. I don't freaking know that part, but yeah.
That's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So does that create a difference? Like, I don't know, like how does that make a difference?
The deeper, it's like the deeper the roots, the sweeter the juice.
The blacker the berries.
There you go. So that way, what's the deeper the darker the skin, the deeper the roots. My bad. I ain't too sure. I ain't too
Yeah, you're young. It's cool.
Shannon Briggs explains that the matchup is between two elite competitors, and that the outcome on fight night will determine who stands above the rest.
A real technical fight. I think both of them, not tremendous punches. So I'm looking at a 6-6, 6 rounds each, you know what I'm saying? Or a close decision. It's a pick 'em. They both got skills.
Well, what are the rounds that Teofimo wins? What do those rounds look like?
Like with his style against Shakur, how does he win the rounds against Shakur?
Staying busy and Shakur, keeping Shakur defensive. If Shakur shows up and he don't let his hands go, then Tio get an advantage. But if Shakur start fast and they both go round for round, that's why I'm saying it's a 6-6, because I think they're gonna go round for round.
And you
What a
think,
great fight.
so for Shakur, he needs to kind of pick his spots, box. Is that kind of how you see Shakur winning rounds?
I think Shakur got it.
Shakur acknowledges his good fortune and says that with all eyes on him for this matchup, he's focused on showing what he's capable of.
I know that God has blessed me with these opportunities and putting me in the situation where the spotlight is on me. And I'm going to go in there and do what I got to do.
I know from past fights and even the Cepeda fight, I've seen a lot of the kids from Newark around, and this time around you've bought some tickets for them and it's been publicized. What does it mean to you to be able to give back to that community that you came from?
I just want to say this is not my first time doing it. It's just the first time that people have publicized it, but I've been doing this. That's something that I've been wanting to make sure that the kids from where I'm from that come from the same circumstances and situations that I come from, that they can see that it's possible. That's my main thing, that letting them know, like, you from Newark, your situation is bad, but that don't mean that it can't.
Wade highlights that Teofimo Lopez has already beaten opponents who were more established and accomplished than anyone on Shakur Stevenson's record. Even so, Shakur is still viewed as the betting favorite, which sends a clear message. It suggests either that Lopez is being overlooked or that Stevenson's abilities are held in extremely high regard. Wade favors the second explanation, noting that Shakur's standing has risen due to his steady, disciplined showings in the ring. His talent for dictating the pace, combining offensive intent with elite defense, and operating at the highest level has earned widespread respect, even when matched against a fighter who is naturally bigger and stronger. That said, much of Shakur's success is built on fighting while moving backward, relying on evasion, counters, blocks, and refined defensive techniques.
Fight with Teofimo and Shakur is a must-have in boxing right now, because we want to see the younger guys test themselves. And Teo did it at 23. With only 16 fights. There are pros that have 20, 25, 30 fights before they ever have that real, true, top-of-the-line world championship level test. And Teo was doing it when he was 23 years old and 16 fights in. And nobody wanted to fight Lomachenko. Nobody wanted that smoke, dude, until Teo went and took the belts off of him. Loma was looked at as invincible until that night. So Teofimo, that's one of the most gangster things I've ever seen in terms of his age and his record to go and do. Not because it was a scary fight, knockout, whatever, but because he out-techniqued one of the most technical boxers that we've seen in the modern era.
This brings up uncertainty about how well that approach will work if he has to press the action against Lopez. The gap in strength and physicality could disrupt his normal rhythm, pushing his defensive skill set to adjust when faced with sustained pressure.
Weekend, Teofimo Lopez puts his 140-pound WBO world title on the line against Shakur Stevenson. And in today's video, I'm going to be taking into account all the factors that are important going into this fight to make my prediction. Who has the
much? I am on that side. Again, I'm not picking today. We'll get that in the next video, but I am on the side that goes, if Shakur is favored, it's because people are now coming to respect how good this dude is, to the point where it is, yes, the weight division he's looking to take over, but also that they don't believe that the size difference, that the power difference is going to make as much of an impact because of the defense of Shakur Stevenson.
Size win fights.
His composed performance against William Cepeda, blending control with assertiveness, reinforced his reputation for consistency at world level.
Analyst Henry examines Teofimo Lopez's approach in the ring, pointing out the sharp difference between his uncontrolled attacks and his most intelligent outings. He explains that Lopez can fall into the trap of excessive aggression, rushing forward with too much confidence, dropping his discipline, overreaching, and relying purely on instinct. Fighting that way, Henry notes, rarely leads to clean power connections or steady success on the scorecards. According to him, Lopez is at his best when he boxes with strategy, movement, and unpredictability. Henry references the version of Lopez seen against Richard Barboza, where he shifted in and out of range, used quickness to break opponents' timing, and countered with precision, leaving rivals unsure whether he was coming forward or pulling back.
Shakur wants to show how great he is. He said that himself.
After we get out the ring, I want everybody to be talking about it like, yeah, I'm that guy.
you're not going to get that all the time. If you go for people's expectations on what you're going to get after that, you're going to always be disappointed.
And whilst, as Tio pointed out, you don't really want to be relying on the opinions of others for how you feel about yourself, I don't think it's necessarily a bad motivation in sports. But moving swiftly into the tactics of this fight. As I say, I've done a full tactical breakdown already. You can go and check it out on my channel. But this moment from Shakur Stevenson, for me, this really sums up the tactical story of this one as far as Teofimo Lopez goes.
Hey, look! He's not going to show up like this. He can't.
He can't go backwards?
He can't show up.
Analyst Henry points out Teofimo Lopez's outstanding counterpunching, especially as seen in his bout with Josh Taylor, calling it some of the most impressive work at the elite level. He warns that charging at Shakur Stevenson, who thrives on fighting from the back foot, would be a major mistake. For Lopez to succeed, Henry explains, he must mix offensive bursts with defensive movement, switching between pressing forward and retreating to stay unpredictable. He stresses that smart, controlled tactics are essential, as reckless attacks could leave Lopez vulnerable. Stevenson's southpaw stance, precise lead hand control, and defensive skill make him a tough challenge, demanding that Lopez adjust constantly. Victory will rely on Lopez's ability to read the fight, seize openings without overextending, and respect Stevenson's technical prowess. Henry's breakdown emphasizes that this matchup favors the fighter who can combine strategy with athleticism, balancing measured aggression with discipline to outthink and outmaneuver the opponent in the ring.
Who gets overly aggressive, who is overconfident, and just goes on the front foot with reckless abandon. He does not think about what he's doing to the same degree. He lunges far too much, and it just isn't the most effective way we can watch in boxing. It's not the best way for him to land his power shots. It's not the best way for him to even win rounds. The best Teofimo Lopez is, in my opinion, the one we saw against Barboza, the one that is in and out, using speed, breaking up his rhythm, making you uncertain as to whether he's coming forward or going backwards, counterpunching effectively. I mean, if you look at Teofimo Lopez in that Josh Taylor fight, it was some of the most beautiful and outrageous counterpunching I've seen at world level. And as we all know, Shakur Stevenson is that master back foot boxer. So if he does just rush him, it's not going to go well, in my opinion. He needs to mix it up. He needs to be on the front foot sometimes, but also on the back foot. He needs to box Shakur, not try and fight him. Because as I said in that breakdown, Shakur's skills...
Tim Bradley offers an in-depth look at the upcoming matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, stressing that careful planning and precise execution will be key. He notes that keeping Lopez off-kilter and guessing is essential, as the younger fighter excels when he can set the pace. According to Bradley, Stevenson's jab is a critical tool, helping him control distance and force Lopez to respond rather than freely dictate the action. He adds that Lopez's naturally aggressive style can leave him vulnerable if Stevenson remains composed and avoids overextending, allowing defensive awareness to create chances for counterattack.
Yeah, long as he walk behind with the jab, long as he walk behind with feints, because feints throw off Tio, jabs throw off Tio as well. He's a counterpuncher. Yeah, he's a counterpuncher. So if you can keep him off balance and keep him guessing, keeping that jab in his face, and you force him back, yeah, he moves his feet, but he makes a lot of mistakes. Gets himself out of position a lot of times. He's out of position a lot of the times, man. Brings those feet together at times. Oh, yeah. When he moves side to side, same thing. He responsibly defensively, nah. When he disengages, defense is whack. Trash. Yeah. When he resets, a lot of time he comes in the range, he's standing straight up. Come on, man. Shakur can take advantage of Tio not being that great on the inside, not being that great at mid-range.
Tim Bradley explains that in this fight, timing, accuracy, and choosing the right moments to strike matter far more than sheer power, as Stevenson can capitalize on any reckless openings with precise counters. He adds that mixing defensive movement with carefully calculated offense will disrupt Lopez's rhythm, reducing his ability to unleash clean combinations. Stevenson's adaptability, ring awareness, and technical skill provide an edge, so long as he remains patient and consistent. Bradley emphasizes that the bout favors the fighter who can pair controlled aggression with strategic thinking, using tactics to neutralize Lopez's natural explosiveness. In the end, victory will go to the boxer who stays composed, keeps Lopez guessing, and seizes opportunities, blending intelligence and athleticism to take command of the ring.
Try to sneak him up top. Yeah. It's plain and simple. Sneak him up top. That's it. But if Shakur can stand his ground, if Shakur can evade and get right back in his space, right back in his face, man, evade and get right back in his face, right? When he's not set or ready to punch, when them feet are spread apart, Shakur can walk to him. Shakur can walk to him. Shakur ain't gotta move around and all this. He ain't gotta do that shit against Lopez. I promise y'all. He ain't gotta do all of that. Long as Shakur see them damn punches coming, he gonna be all right. He might, if he gets clipped with a shot, he gonna be all right. Yeah. Oh yeah. The shot and another shot he gonna be looking for is a left hook. Yeah. Shakur going to that damn Mayweather defense, Philly shell. That left hook is
from an analytical viewpoint. The matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson is a defining moment in both of their careers. Lopez enters the ring under high expectations, and a defeat could significantly impact his standing and reputation in boxing. Analysts highlight that his natural power and aggressive style make him a serious threat, but depending solely on strength can leave him exposed against a technically sharp opponent like Stevenson. On the other side, Shakur relies on a calculated, disciplined approach, focusing on movement, precise timing, and defensive expertise. His skill in controlling range and setting the rhythm with his jab and footwork has earned widespread recognition.
Really go. You will no longer be a champion. Do you go to 47? You know what I mean? Because with like 47 is a wasteland. It is not popping right now. Yeah, you could have Devin Haney fight, but if you lose to kind of semi-similar style in terms of like a pure boxer with Shakur, move up in weight 7 pounds. I really feel like the Teofimo Devin fight won't be desired. And then if Ryan Garcia can earn a belt and finally earn some respect from the boxing fans, not like social media fans and following, but actual boxing fans, then Haney's better off defending his title in a unification with Ryan Garcia than if Shakur beats Teo, and then Teo talks about like...
The bout draws attention because it pits Lopez's raw explosiveness against Stevenson's methodical control, setting up a compelling clash of style. Career-wise, a win for either competitor could elevate their status significantly, while a defeat might prompt a reassessment of strategy and affect public perception. As a result, the outcome carries major implications, not just for their legacies, but also for the opportunities that lie ahead in their boxing careers.
It is an important fight. Teo has been counted out in fights and done extremely well, which is why I want to see this fight. But according to Teo, he was like, I really won't be surprised if I knock him out. Now, I can't speak for Teo, but I can speak for me. If you knock him out, you'll get a lot of props from me from the boxing side, because that would be impressive. Shakur, I told you, I call Shakur's, I call it distance management more so than defense, right? I think what Shakur does, and again, it could be an extension of defense, but I want to frame it like that because I think Shakur knows his way around the ring and he knows his positioning at all spots of the ring and a different angle.
Adam Azim shares his perspective on the highly anticipated showdown between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, offering a prediction for the fight. He indicates that he favors Stevenson to come out on top, citing the key strengths that give him an edge in this matchup. While recognizing Lopez's natural talent, power, and athleticism, Azim stresses that Stevenson's technical proficiency, precise timing, and steady composure under pressure are decisive factors. He notes that Stevenson's skill in controlling distance, setting the pace, and landing well-timed counters makes him a formidable challenge, even against a dynamic and powerful fighter like Lopez.
Find your division in a couple of weeks, Lopez, Stevenson. Who do you think is going to win that?
It's actually in the same day as mine, funny enough. It's a very tough fight, but I'm edging towards Shakur to win the fight. I think Shakur can beat him. I think he can. I think Teofimo I think he struggles with southpaw. The only fight that he didn't struggle with the southpaw was against Lomachenko. But Lomachenko was really small and he was coming at him. But when he got Shakur, he's on the back foot and he's just going to box him, then I see Shakur winning.
Azim points out that Lopez often depends on aggressive tactics, which can backfire if he overextends or falls into predictable patterns. In contrast, Stevenson's calculated style enables him to exploit those errors, transforming defensive moves into offensive opportunities. Azim believes that the fight will ultimately hinge on discipline, timing, and in-fight adaptability, factors that give Stevenson a subtle yet meaningful advantage over Lopez.
I'm a world champion in New York, and Eddie Hearn said that he dares you to fight him next, and that they would have to come down 3 or 4 levels. I mean, what did you make of that, considering that his guy just won a world title and then they're still talking about you?
The problem with that fight, it wasn't broadcast anywhere. Like, the only fight it was broadcast was Fight TV, and you're gonna pay 50 quid to watch a fight. That is like for that price, no one's gonna watch that. That's why I watched it in the morning. But the reason why he keeps bringing my name up is because it makes the fight bigger. It makes sense. If I win a world title, he won a world title. You make a unification fight. It'd be a massive showdown in England, which can be like a bit like Carl Frampton versus Scott Quigg.